Hello, today we are going to learn about file handling in Python. So in today's lesson, you will learn about Python file handling using functions like open file, write a single line or multiple lines, or editing of the file and other very useful operations. So basically all the things we can do with the file in normal cases, we can also do that through Python code. We can manipulate the files through Python code. We can read it, we can write it, we can just change it, we can literally do anything with Python code, right? So for our learning purpose, I will create a file in my default directory in which my Python files are going to save, and then we will get started. All right, so my default directory is basically, I will just write in here, enter. So you can see here are my all files which are going to save in here. I will just create a new file and save it in here. So as you can see, I have already saved a file which is called hello, and I have just written here in hello, right? I will now access this file in my Python code, and you will just see shortly, right? So Python provides some built-in functions which can be used for the various operation on files. First of which is open. So first of all, we need to open a file to do anything with that file. So normally when we need to perform any activity with a file like writing content or update content, we just need to open the file, right? So the syntax is simple. I will just write here f equals to open, the simple open function. Now I have to give the file name here, which is hello.txt. Yes, we also need to give the directory, the extension, file extension here, which is .txt, right? So our extension is .txt. So I will just close the braces. Now my file is already will be open through this line of syntax, right? Now I will just run it. I will press the run module, and it will be run. Now I will press OK because I have to save this before running the code, and see it is run safely. Now it doesn't mean the file itself will open in the text document format. No, if the code is run successfully, it means the file is open successfully, right? You will see shortly on the content of the file we are reading, but for time being, if there is no error, it means the file is open successfully. So the path I have given was a relative path. Relative path means I don't have given any path in here. I just have written the file name. It means the file is in the default directory in which my Python file is saving, so there's no need to give the whole path. But if I have to open file from somewhere else, I need to give the whole path in like absolute path, right? So I have just paste my path here. Okay, so this is my path of Python file, which are my Python files are saving. This is quite a long path, but and one thing you need to remember, that the backslashes will be used, not the forward slashes, right? So I have to change it like this, otherwise you will get the error. I have just copied the path from here, there, and write in here. This is quite long path, but because I have this path, so I just used it. That's why absolute relative paths are more encouraging. So I will just run it, and you will see it will be run successfully. Yeah, it is run successfully, right? So this is how we open the file. I will just remove this whole thing, and we will stick to the relative path, which is more easier to see. Okay, so so there are we will learn how these paths, absolute paths, work shortly after this. For now, we will stick to the relative path. Okay, so now let's dig deeper into files and its operation. There are some Python file modes, which are R, W, A, R plus. Okay, so what is meaning by R? R is read. R stands for read. So this is also a default mode. Okay, if we do not give anything, like we did not give anything in here, it means the R is here. So this is the default mode, and this is only the read mode. After that we have W. W stands for write, and this is for write mode. Right, when we open the file with W, it means we have opened it with write mode. All right, so after that we have A. A is stands for append. Append means if we have text already in file. Okay, like we have already hello in our file. If we open the file with append mode, it means if we write anything through Python code in the file, it will write next to our existing text. It means hello is our existing text. When we write anything new through Python code, it will become next to our hello. Okay, so it will not overwrite our existing file. It will just append it. Okay, after that we have R plus, which is a read plus write mode. So if we are going to open our file in read write mode, we can have to open it in read write mode, we will choose R plus. So these are some and yeah, after we have X. If we have not created a file, we can use X, which will create our file first, and then we can do anything with that file, right? So these are some Python file modes, and now we will dig deeper into it. And first of all, we will read the file. Right, we already have read file code in here. We will just now print what we have in our file. So I will just write the R, which stands for read mode, which is by default is here, but for now I will just write it, and I will print it. F dot read. This is the function for reading in the file mode. Now I will run this, and you will see the hello is printed, which is in our file. Now I will just write a long line of code, long lines in our file hello, so we can see if it print whole thing or not. So I will write hello world. I am a new Python developer. I will go on to the next line, and I will write Python is the most popular programming language of the world. Python is very easy to learn, right? So I will save this, and now I will run my code again. I will just close this path, and I will run it again. Run module. See, my whole thing which I have written in the file is printed right on my screen, right? So this is how we read a file through Python code. And also for your understanding, I will tell it is a good programming practice to close the file before after we have opened it, because it will close the file, and if we have another type of code in here, it will not cause us any problem. Otherwise sometimes it causes some problem. Okay, when we open the file and we have done everything we want to done with our file, we will just close it in the end, right? So now I will just show you another thing. I will write 5 in here. So what it will do, it will only read first 5 words from the file, right? So see, okay, so first 5 words are printed on my screen. Now I will just do with 10 words. See, hello world. So if I have written 11, so it will print it hello world completely, right? So this is how we are going to read our file. So Next is read line. Read line function will read only one line from the file. So let's just see, the first line will be printed. Now I will run it. Okay, so see, the only first line is read and the other lines are ignored. So this is how we done it. All right. Okay, now let's try another thing, and the other thing is that I have write the same thing another time, and we will see another line will be printed. I will press F1 to run this program. Yes, you can also press F5, so the program will run through this shortcut key. You see, first of all, I have the first line, which was hello world, I am a new Python developer, and then I have the second line, which is Python is the most popular programming language in the world. So I have the do print function, which got me two lines. So the thing is, the first read line will read the first line, and our read line will be move on to the next one, and then we have the next read function. It will start from the next line, not the first one. All right, so this is the read line function. Now we can use the read line function with for loop, so we can read the whole thing in the we can read the whole thing from the file. So I will just write for line in F. Okay, so line in F means the F in the file. All right, so all the lines. Now I will just write the print line, and one by one all the lines will be printed on the screen like that. I will now press F5, and my program will just run. You can see the whole thing is printed on my screen with the for loop. Okay, so there is also another function, which is read lines. Let's just see what we got with read lines. Okay, I will just write print f dot read lines. Previously we were writing read line, now we are writing its plural form, which is read lines. Okay, so now I will just run it, and we will see what we got now. See, it has given me all the things, including the new lines. You see, I have just pressed enter and go on to the new line after the hello, I am a new Python developer, and for the new line I got here the backslash n, which usually go to the we used to go on to the new line. So the read line will print each and everything from the file. All right.